So, me and my mates were talking the other day, and we came up with an interesting topic of discussion. It's only a simple question, but I don't think it's such a simple answer. Who would win in a game of football? A team of the current GOATs, or a team of all of the up-and-coming GOATs? So then you're thinking, right, let's just play them off against each other. Which team comes out the winner? On one team, you've got Mbappe, Haaland, Trent, Foden, Vinicius, all trying to prove to both themselves and the rest of the world that they're worthy of becoming the GOATs. And then on the other side, you've got Mr. Sui himself, Messi, Benzema, Bale, I don't know why I said Bale, Modric, Kroos, Ramos, all the old GOATs have been. In a bright and sunny day at Wembley Stadium, we played off the youngsters against the old heads in a stadium fit for this type of occasion. And the occasion definitely did not disappoint. This was like a heavyweight world title boxing match. One blow from one team answered by another blow from the other team. Quality all over the pitch. One thing you do recognise, Mbappe running up against an old Thiago Silva. That pace is a problem, and you can see later on into the second half, Vinicius Jr. puts the youngsters 3-1 up, but never count the old heads out. It's a great bit of play. Lewandowski combining, Benzema, Messi, back to Lewandowski. 3-2 near to the end of the game, but Mbappe seems to silence the old heads. And what a spectacle this was, finished off with a consolation goal from Ronaldo. So, the game at Wembley came to a close, but something in the back of my mind wasn't quite satisfied. A game at Wembley, won by the youngsters, was a great spectacle. But is it really a true test of who the better team is? I don't think so. So with that, I decided to put Wrexham, the old heads, and AFC Richmond, the new heads. Sorry, Bournemouth and Fulham, you had to make way for this experiment. Both into the Premier League, so they can fight out over a season who the better team's going to be. I just want you to know, I'm sort of sitting here now and wondering, do I choose a neutral team, or should I go one of them two teams so that I can not let transfers happen? So before you start crying and you start going, you've left out Neymar, you've left out Van Dijk, you've left out Salah, I put some filters in place. So all of the GOATs, the current GOATs, are 31 and above. They were the parameters I set. And then all of these lovely gentlemen here, they were 23 or under. They were the rules, sort of 0 to 23, new GOATs, and 31 plus the current GOATs. Okay, so we're one game into the season, as you can see. Both us and the new GOATs won their game. We won 3-0, they won 1-0 against Spurs. That's a good result. But as you can see, it's this game that's next up. I'm obviously not going to play anything because that's cheating a little bit. But what I will be doing is doing a proper sim. I mean, look at the teams. Just two fantastic teams. Trent benched. Again, shock. No. Got Bale, Suarez and Hazard on our bench. Oh, Messi scores! Messi opens the scoring! It's the current GOATs that are in the lead in this one. Haaland! 1-1! Chance for the youngsters. It's 2-1! Vlahovic puts them up in the 81st minute. Last couple of minutes ticking down now. Corner for the old heads. Gets out to the edge of the box. Oh, I think Messi just had a shot saved. This is surely going to be the last play of the game. Cleared it away. Messi. That's it. Full time. The youngsters come away victorious on the first battle. Okay, so we're checking back in after 5 games. AFC Richmond, which are obviously the youngsters, taking a bit of an early lead on us for the season. Already 5 points clear. We've dropped some points. Okay, we've clawed back some ground. I wish Chelsea would get out the way because they're currently ruining this.
Look at my lips, you're ruining it.
Just the 2 points separating us now, equal on goal distance. I don't know why I'm saying us as well. Them, you know, they doing their thing. No wonder Chelsea are doing so good. Sterling's banging in all the goals, but we've got a couple of players there from us. We've got Lewandowski and Messi leading the way in our scoring. Mbappe's got 5 for the new GOAT. Alphonso Davies in there with 4. Right, let's just sim up until New Year's now. Oof, well, it was close last time we checked in. It's not so close now. The youngsters look like they're running away with it. I guess this is kind of a hard sort of experiment to gauge. Because, I mean, if you look down all of these, they're all going down -2s, -3s. All over the shop, so we're losing ratings every single time. Let's have a quick check-in on the player stats. Sterling still up there nicking all the goals. And Mbappe and Lewandowski going head-to-head. Messi's also up there as well. Where's Ronaldo in all of this? Is he even playing?
Maybe someone's don't like me, but because maybe I'm too good. I don't know why.
Okay, we're back. Second time round this season where we're playing the youngsters. I guess this is kind of hard because we're losing ratings. I keep saying we just because I've picked Wrexham. I've picked the old goats, okay? But the youngsters will keep going up the ratings, whereas the old heads are going to keep losing ratings game by game. And I don't know whether it'll have an effect on the fact that I've picked the old heads, the old goats, and I'm just simming through the season. I'm not seeing to morale and stuff. Will that have an effect on performance? Oh, the youngsters are in, and Haaland scored. Ooh, Haaland makes it 2-0. That's surely game over now. Eesh, Haaland scored a hat-trick. It's not looking good, brev. Well, there's that game, and you gotta think that's surely the title to the young goats. Well, that didn't go to plan. Well, we're just going to carry on with Southampton and act like nothing happened. But the old heads are actually in quite a good place. 2 wins and they draw level. Well, we've got 5 games left to go in the season and it's looking pretty impossible for the old goats to take the league away from the new goats. Lewandowski has been banging them in, to be fair, even more so than Mbappe. 28 goals in 32 games is very, very good going, but you've got Haaland up there as well joining in for the new goats. Lewandowski seems to be only really the one scoring. Messi's chipped in with a couple. Well, it's the final day of the season. Let's have a look how that league table's looking. Wow! Oh my days. Well, you got to give it to them. They won all 3 of the games we played today. They've absolutely run away from the league. From the league? Run away, Home Alone, Kevin. They've run away with the league. So we'll have a look at the final table of the season. FC Richmond, obviously the new goats, they won the league by 14 points over the old goats, the current goats. Although they did suffer defeat on the final day of the season. Let's have a look at the player stats then. Oh, Mbappe actually caught up to Lewandowski. Equal on goals, even though Lewandowski did play 2 less games. So, into the FA Cup. The new goats, the up-and-coming goats, managed to secure that, as well as the Premier League. They also went a step further, beat Manchester United to the Carabao Cup, and then they would have been involved in any other competitions. I mean, just looking through some of these ratings, poor. Yeah, there's not a lot you could do coming up against them. It was a valiant effort by the old heads, but youth prospered this time, and they say you can't win anything with kids. Just have a look at Ronaldo's stats there. That's not my goal. So, interesting experiment, I think. Now, obviously I said at the start of the video that there were parameters which needed to be met for these 2 teams. Is now the competition between maybe the new goats, so the same team that won this season, up against anyone in between the ages of 23 and 31. You can get the Salahs, the Neymars, the Van Dijks. There's a lot to do with this. Let me know how you found this. If there's any other sort of suggestions that you want me to put against each other. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.